Hello everyone, welcome to the Captain's Video Weblog. We are Saturday, October the 8th, 2016. So No Mercy is tomorrow, and apparently Becky Lynch is injured. That's kind of a shame, really, because Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss was one of the fights I was really looking forward to, because Alexa Bliss could be, and I really think that when I say it, she could be maybe even better than Trish Stratus, for example. Which, is not a bad thing. I think that even Trish would be okay with someone being better than her because, after Trish Linta left, there was such a dry spell of talented female wrestlers. We've had AJ Lee, not AJ Styles, obviously. We've had Eve Torres. I don't know. Natalia, obviously, but Natalia has I would think that she has a problem with connecting to the public, which is, I think, one of the reasons why she works better as a heel. The sympathy thing she has thanks to Tyson Kidd's terrible injury, apparently even worse than what we feared. That's really horrible. He said that sometimes he doesn't feel his head and he cannot move it as well as he could before, which is horrible because at the end of the day it was only a muscle buster that he took. So yes, Samoa Joe was, that probably is one of the reasons why Samoa Joe is still NXT after all this time. He's one of the people who could have thrived in the main roster, obviously without having to win the NXT title, because he has, thanks to TNA and Ring of Honor, he has a presence already in the American wrestling world, unlike guys like Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura, who would probably be best described as internet darlings. It's kind of sad that second pay-per-view, second exclusive pay-per-view of the new era, and no women's match. Because I'm not sure that the Carmella versus Nikki Bella match that is going to happen at one point on pay-per-view. That's for sure. I'm not sure that it's been announced. So yeah. Anyway, so finally the switch has been changed in the bathroom. So it's the end of that. It was fun, despite the fact that it probably took up way more space than I ever thought it would, because, let's be honest here, 1 minute it's still around 80, no, not 80, 800 kilo, I think it's 800 kilobits. No, maybe it's really 80. I think it actually is 80 megabits, octets, whatever. Because I'm thinking about it and I'm like, no, 10 minutes is around 1 gig, so yeah, cannot be in kilos. It took a strange turn actually. Thursday, because as you probably saw in the first 2 minutes of Thursday's video weblog, the lighting wasn't the same because the light didn't come from that light. It came from the other one. I don't know if you can see it. It's on the wall here. Yeah. So and it's much whiter actually, because this one is supposed to clear up the whole thing, to light up the whole the whole thing, while the other one is just, for basically cleaning and cooking and all the like. So yeah, because actually it's pretty much the same as the as in the bathroom. One switch just popped out of the socket. But in this room we have two switches, and they act well coordinated, which means that when the one switch popped, well, it was in the position where the light was turned off, so you couldn't turn it on again, which was actually a bit of a problem. Yeah. So yeah, but my father, repaired both of those. So yeah, I was like, I arrived in the bathroom just after the sunset, and I went for that gesture that usually I repress because, well, there's nothing except a bit of tape, and I pushed the button and I was like, okay, and suddenly the light was there, and I was like, oh boy, it's back, and I was really happy. Yeah. Though to be fair, it's more measured than really being, oh hi, I'm glowing, oh, this is back, this is the best day of my life, because, well, first, and second, I was pretty tired, so tired that I actually slept for like 2 hours on the couch. Thankfully no one was there, in the house, so I cannot say that, well, I would have been bothered anyway, but yeah. So yeah, what was there of importance today? Oh yeah, of course, the the Autumn Cup, the qualifiers. So some teams haven't been able to send in an export for various reasons. So those teams were like S, Psi, FA, and I would say GIF. I'm not sure. Uh, Probably not. Oh, though. Oh. Mm, well, I mean, I'll have to check. But yeah, basically, 4 teams were out, which meant that teams like N and Int, probably too, and K had been qualified directly into the cup, which left at the end of the day 4 teams: Po, Co, T, and Y. Um, People were seeing Co and Y as the obvious qualified, because obviously, they were staples of the cup until, well, Co and Y had terrible spells, and T won one match in their whole career, and Po, I think that Po, completely disappeared after the Autumn Baby Cup from last year. Yeah. So yeah, though that was pretty much a shot at redemption for two. Well, I wouldn't say big market teams, because Y has seen the fan base around their team just shrink to the end, to the point that maybe no one gives a fuck about them anymore, which gives a lot of leeway to sleep deprived Alan, because he can do whatever he wants now. Nobody will say, hey, don't fucking do that, we won't let you mess with the team that represents our board. And yeah, Co, they're just the laughing stock of everyone, so it was really important for them. But none of those teams, both of those, they stayed down due to just bad results, actually. It was said that it would be complicated for T to qualify after losing to Co and drawing 3-3 Po, which was terrible because they were leading. But and especially after Po won against Ko, you know. But Po won against Ko by 3 goals, I think, which were 2 goals, you know, which meant that basically both T and Y could qualify, provided they scored enough goals, you know, they won by enough, or they could force a playoff. But you know, no playoff, and T won 5-3, which you know probably wouldn't have happened if Sleep Deprived Danon hadn't completely fucked up the formation after you know finally managing to reach a 3-3 with probably like 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes remaining. They had 3-3, and suddenly, while T was on the attack, SDA decided to throw everything out the window with subs as the ball was still in game, which meant that you know the formation put into place wouldn't come into its own until quite a while. And while at first he kept you know something resembling a midfield by playing a 4-1-1-4. I say that it resembles a midfield because you know there's still people to make some passes between the defense and the offense. I think that after T's fourth goal, which meant that at this point no playoff was possible anymore. You know, SDA decided to go for a 3-0-7, officially a 3-2-5, but yeah, no, the two midfielders were you know high up and they were even mingling among the offensive line. So yeah, a 3-0-7, which you know could be a viable way to play, you know, a viable formation if you have the ball in the feet of your attackers, of your strikers, because at this point the ball was still in the feet of T, who had you know still a midfield, so they could block any kind of offense. And though you know after the 5-3 everyone was like, yeah, T has done it, T is in the Autumn Cup, but Y managed to grab the ball, and they nearly scored, except they didn't. So yeah, you know you can think that SDA threw the game, but then again, who even knows with SDA? Probably was too tired to even function normally. So yeah, the draw I think is in 2 weeks because the cup starts in 3 weeks. Next week is the No Bully Cup, which is there to give a little taste, I think, of PES 17. I'm not sure about that, and to you know give some actual commentary time on the main channel for the new commentators. I would like to do that, commentate, you know, being involved in the cup before it dies, because none, you know, nothing is eternal. So yeah, I would have loved to get involved this year, but still, I'm still living at my parents' house. You know, with the shitty Wi-Fi, so that's not for this year. Maybe you know, well, maybe for the Winter Cup, depending on if I do an internship around these here parts, or in a completely new apartment with the Wi-Fi as fast as it was in my Montpellier apartment, or the Spring Baby, or the Summer Cup is actually too late because I think it would fall in the month where I'm in my parents' house preparing actually the presentation. So yeah, what can I say? It's pretty much it actually. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Tomorrow before No Way Out, because I mean there's not a lot to talk about, but No Way Out will we'll end at 5 a.m. Though it's 5 a.m. now. I don't know. We'll see. Bye bye.